the loving work of God, the manifestation of his charity and his mercy, of bringing heaven to earth, of realizing the divine plan of ascension is only carried out by men who do not kneel for Satan, men who do not bow to the temptations of the world, men who do not adhere to the whispers of the fallen ones and their desperate attempts to absorb the energy of the collective, to take your energy through the surrendering of it with your free will into the energy extraction matrix of Satan, of Ha-Satan, the adversary. When you are fueled by the outward focus of man, of this fallen planet, 3D harmonic universe number one of the digital matrix, when you're more focused on the outside in carnal pursuits, lust, anger, greed, materialism, when you're more concerned with that, the energy extraction matrix of Satan, and you give away your inner peace for worldly pleasures, God's work is not being done. Heaven is not being manifested on earth. God's work is done by men who refuse to yield even an inch to the corruption of this world, of this fallen planet. Now, your energy is vitally important. How you store your energy, how you parcel, how you distribute your energy, how you focus your energy is what is vitally important. You must have a profound understanding of what energy involves. And the context of understanding energy is within the universal laws. And the universal laws are part of the laws of nature. These are laws that, whether you're on this planet in this solar system or another planet in some other multiverse corner of the omniverse, the universal laws operate. They're the same, no matter if you're a mantis, if you're a reptilian, if you're a Palladian, if you're an Arcturian, if you're whatever, if you're a Furian, or if you're a simple Earthman, a Terran. But see, we are looking to rise beyond the limitations of being a Terran. And I define a Terran as that entity, as that human that is trapped in harmonic universe number one of the vibrations of dimension 3. But an ascendant metahuman is that individual who has risen through their own sovereignty, their own self-empowerment, their own course of study, their own initiation, their own ascension to rise. But no matter where you're at in the omniverse, these universal laws, they're the same. They're the part of the laws of nature. These are God's laws. Unlike the law of gravity or the law of thermodynamics, which are laws that are particular to this system, to this planet's operating system, these laws are our way to co-create our lives in synchronization with the universe. These universal laws are a guidebook, or think of them as a cheat sheet to how the universe works. Now, before we dive in, let's talk about how we communicate with universe, with source, with God. Every human gives off a signal by way of our energetic vibrations. Everyone and everything is made up of energy. This is something that we've all been familiar with, that we perhaps learned in our early science classes. While we typically don't learn that it is our thoughts, though, that are energy, because your thoughts are energy. Your words are energy congealed, manifested in this 3D realm. Now, your thoughts are energy. Our actions are energy. And our emotions in particular are energy. All of these pieces make up our energetic imprint, which is how we intentionally or unintentionally communicate with the universe, with our subconscious, with our God mind. Without understanding how important our energetic vibrations are, there is no way we can even begin discussing the universal laws. You must understand energy. The laws respond to energy. So there's no way to work with the universe to co-create our lives until we have our energies in check, till we have our power under our control. To the lower animal nature, of the lower three chakras, the lower three energy vortices, the lower three assemblage points, thought clusters, your focus, where your focus is. If you're focused on your material survival or sex or your ego, you're expressing your ego through the amassing of materialism, your shiny car or whatever it is, your new guitar or whatever it is. No, but when you go through the heart chakra and begin to rise in your energetic imprint, then you're in harmonic universe number 2 and have achieved ascension. But you must understand everything as energy, vibration. It's always good to establish a firm understanding, a baseline, a foundation. So now take a moment to think about your energetic vibrations at this moment in time. What kind of vibrations do you think you're emitting? What kind of vibrations am I emitting? Leave a comment and let me know. Hey, Mark, you're a little out of control. You need to simmer down, calm it down. Go do some vagus breath work. Vagus meaning breathe, a particular style of breathing where you activate your vagus nerve system. What type of energy do you think you normally send out? It's helpful to determine where energy hangs out in our bodies. And once you can locate where your energy manifests, where it lies, where it tends to collect, you can learn to shift it, which is essentially like shifting your assemblage point in the Toltec tradition of Carlos Castaneda and Don Juan. But many of the Middle American, the Aztec, the Mayan, the Incan, these old Indian sorcerers, shamans, if sorcerer scares you, if you suffer from religious trauma syndrome, but religious trauma syndrome, your energy is your most valuable asset. Okay? It's how you communicate with the universe. If this line of thinking makes you nervous, if these words, shaman, sorcerer, universal energy source, well, then you suffer from religious trauma syndrome if you think you're going to hell, okay? Because listen, the only hell that exists is the hell that you make in your own mind. So if these teachings make you nervous, please stick around. All will be manifested. All will be revealed. Have no fear. Lucky for us, energy can be shifted fairly easily. And this is where these ancient laws will help, these universal laws, these cosmic laws. Many people store their energy in the middle of their body. And from there, it travels through your body, but can get blocked by emotions. Now, emotions are energy in motion. Now, take a second to figure out where your emotional blockages, where they are. These areas are where you feel the emotions in your body. I tend to hold my anger in my shoulders. That's how I can monitor when I'm getting a little keyed up. My neck starts getting, all this starts getting tense, but that's where I hold my anger or my emotion, my excitability, if you will. I'm not always angry. I have different permutations of excitability. But my shoulders tend to tense up when I begin to feel anxious and start to form knots when I start to go through the warp spasm. And if I don't address that frustration, I know this because I've started to pay attention to when it's happening, to what is happening in my body. I'm constantly shifting my attention into my outside realm to how it's being impacted, how it's being manifested within my own system, my own operating system. And if I don't address that frustration, if I don't pay attention to my body, to what's happening in my body, when I'm experiencing this emotion, then I can become a little distracted or unraveled. But that's not the path of knowledge. That's not what a man of knowledge, a warrior, seeks as their constant foundation, their baseline. So figuring out where your energetic roadblocks are can be extremely helpful. But if you don't know them right now, then no worries. Just hit the subscribe button. Leave this video a thumbs up. We're all on this journey together. But if you don't know where your energy is being tied up, they will surface in due time. Now, speaking of emotions, they are tied to your energy big time. Big time. Emotions tend to drive your energy in various directions and send out signals to the universe telling it what we want. Now, thank goodness the universe doesn't respond to them all immediately. And when you hold an emotion for an extended period of time, that frequency gets stronger. It's nearly impossible to control the constant ebb and flow of our human emotions. But by working with them and riding those waves, instead of fighting against them, we can learn to put out more consistent signals to the universe. Now, so this was just a little follow-up to the Eden operating system versus the energy extraction matrix of Satan. But I believe in going forward, as I'm going to develop that series, that we must have a firm foundation in energy. What energy is being extracted by the digital matrix of Ha-Satan? Okay, so energy, the most important thing I believe to take away with this particular video information dissemination broadcast is that energy equals emotions, and your emotions is what communicates with the universe. And if the universe is too big of a concept for you to think about, it's just too hard to kind of wrap your mind around. It's your subconscious, because the universe can be conterminous with subconscious. Your subconscious is the stargate, is the path to the universe, to the cosmos. What your God mind is preoccupied with, this is your soul mind, your God side of this right hemisphere. And that's why everything in this particular lower energy matrix is all targeted to the ego, to keep people in a constant state of anxiety and frustration with their world, that is how the energy extraction matrix of Ha-Satan operates. But when you turn to the right in meditation, when you turn to the right, when you face the east of the rising sun of Sol Invictus, when you have a spiritual path, that is how you manifest and connect into the Eden operating system. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll have more video information dissemination broadcasts in the days ahead, discussing how you too can connect into the Eden operating system and leave once and for all the energy extraction matrix of Ha-Satan. And so mote it be. Namaste. Namaskaram.